Hello friends, welcome in S Technologies. In last tutorial we learn about encapsulation, how to achieve encapsulation in Java, inheritance, types of inheritance with practical example, and today we are going to learn about last pillar, that is the abstraction. So what is the abstraction? Just focusing on a key aspect, that is nothing but abstraction. Hiding the unnecessary data from user, that is the abstraction in a Java. So the main aim of abstraction is security. And now how to achieve abstraction in Java we will learn practically also. Before that, take one example, real time example of a abstraction. So abstraction shows only important things to the user and hides the internal details. For example, when we ride a bike, we only know about how to ride bikes but cannot know about how it works. That's mean we don't know the internal functionality of our bike, right? We just focusing on a riding. Second example, ATM machine. All are performing operation on the ATM machine like cash withdrawal, money transfer, retrieve, money statement, etc. But we don't know about internal detail about the ATM machine. That is nothing but an abstraction. Okay, so data abstraction can be used to provide security for the data from unauthorized user. So that's mean the feature, the biggest advantage and main feature of our abstraction is nothing but what? Security, hiding the unnecessary data from user, from unauthorized user. Okay, so let's take one practical example now. Here I have created one project, that is the abstraction. In this I am creating one class, suppose parent class. Now in this parent class I am going to create one function, suppose show function, and here I am printing it is parent class. Okay, so if you want to achieve abstraction in a Java, you have to use abstract keyword with class and method. It is necessary to add this keyword before class and before method name. So it is a non-access specifier, and abstract is a keyword which you have to add before the class keyword. Before class keyword you have to add abstract in a Java. Okay, so there are two ways in a Java to achieve abstraction. First one is a abstract class. This is the first way. Through this you can achieve abstraction, but full abstraction you cannot achieve using abstract class. So if you want to achieve full abstraction, you have to go with the interface. Okay, so today we are going to learn about abstract class only. In next session we will learn interface. So how to create abstract class? Using abstract keyword you can create abstract class. Before class keyword you have to add abstract like this. Okay, so abstract, it's a keyword as well as non-access specifier, and if you are declaring any class as an abstract, that means you cannot create object of that abstract class. You cannot create object of that abstract class. That is the rules in a Java. You cannot instantiate that abstract class. If you are declaring any abstract class, you cannot create object of that class, but you can create reference of it. Reference of abstract class you can create. and you know that how to create reference of a class. For that purpose, if you are not able to create object of your abstract class, then how you will can call this function which is declared in a abstract class? That's mean you have to create another class to call your function which is defined in abstract class. Okay, so first thing is the abstract class. How to create abstract class? Using abstract keyword before class keyword, you can create abstract class. The second thing is you cannot create object of an abstract class. That's why you have to create another class and you have to inherit this abstract class in another child class. In this way, you can create object of a child and you can call all the functions from parent into the child class. Okay, now I am going to create another class now. Suppose child. In this, simply I am writing main function. Okay, and now here I am trying to create object of a parent. Let's check. Will JVM allow me to create object of a parent or not? So here one error is occurred and it's saying that cannot instantiate the type parent. That's mean parent is my abstract class and you cannot instantiate abstract class in a Java. Okay, so that's why you have to inherit your abstract class in another. Now I am extending my parent into child. Okay, and here I am creating one child constructor. Simply I am printing here it is child constructor. Now in this main function I am creating reference of my parent and object of my child class in this way, and I am calling my parent function, that is the show function. Okay, you can see there is no error because I am creating object of a child class now. So in this way you can call your abstract class function using child class object. Okay, or you can create directly child class object in this way also. Now I am running my code. At the creation of a object, your constructor get executed. You can check my console. Here is my output. First one is it is a child constructor, and second output is it is a parent class from abstract class. Okay, now the second thing is you can create abstract function also in a Java. As I said, in a Java you can achieve abstraction using abstract class, and another way is you can create abstract function also, like this: abstract keyword, data type and your function name. And I'm simply just defining this print function. So JVM creating here one error. What is it? So it is a abstract method don't specify a body. That's mean if you are declaring any abstract function in a Java, if you are declaring any abstract function, if you are declaring any abstract function in a Java, you cannot specify or you cannot provide body to that function. That's mean you have to just put your semicolon over here. You cannot provide parentheses, you cannot define that method. Okay, you cannot define that method, you have to just declare that method which is abstract in a Java, like this. Now you can see my error is removed now. Okay, but in a child class, you can see here, in a child class JVM created one error, and that is the type child must implement inherited abstract method, that is a parent.print method. Okay, that's mean third rule of abstract class. If you are declaring any method in a Java as a abstract, you have to implement that abstract method in a child class. That's mean you have to provide body of that abstract function in a child class, compulsory. You cannot skip this step. If you are declaring any abstract function in your parent class and you are extending that parent class in another child, so it is necessary to implement that abstract function in a child class. And you know that how to implement any function in a Java. Simply your data type, name of your abstract function, that is a print function, and the parenthesis. No need to provide abstract keyword here. Okay, you have to remove that abstract keyword and just your data type, name of your function, and the parenthesis. And here you can provide your code. So simply I am just printing it is abstract method. So let's take one simple overview. In a Java you can achieve abstraction two ways. First, abstract class, another is interface. So abstract class, how to create abstract class in a Java? You have to just add abstract keyword before the class keyword. Okay, it is a non-access specifier. If you are declaring any class as abstract, you cannot instantiate that class. That's mean you have to provide another class which extending your parent abstract class. In this abstract class you can provide simple concrete function or you can provide abstract function also. Now how to create abstract function? Using abstract keyword before your data type you can create abstract function. If you are creating abstract function, you cannot provide body for that. You have to implement that abstract function in your child class like this. Okay, now in main function already I have called show function. Now I am calling print function and I am running my code. Here you can check my console. Here is my output. First one is a constructor. Obviously, anyhow, constructor will get execute very firstly, then your parent class function, then your abstract method function, that is a print function. So in this way you can achieve reusability using abstraction. Reusability because you are using inheritance also. That's why you can achieve reusability of your code in a Java. You can achieve readability also. Your code becomes reliable to access any part of statement. Then security is another feature. You can check here. If I am declaring any function as an abstract, that's mean you have to provide the implementation of that function in another class. So you are just hiding your data of a parent from user. That's mean you are securing this print function from unauthorized user. So security is another feature of abstraction. So in this way, today we learned about abstraction in a Java using abstract class and abstract method. In next tutorial, we will learn about interface. We will take one practical example also. If you have any doubt, you can share with me that doubts. If you like my video, please share this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.